Mm-hmm.
Y'all know that this is the good news and bad news. And what we do is we really try to focus on a lot of stuff that going in the Philadelphia area. So in West Philly, I don't know if you guys knew this, but there is a beloved Negro baseball league. They had a mural in West Philly, and they were called the Philadelphia Stars. And that was taken down after water damage and some deterioration from the wall that it was placed on. So the mural was at 44th and Parkside, and it was celebrating one of the greatest black baseball teams in Philadelphia. So locals are saying that it wasn't destroyed; it's just being basically recreated or renovated so that they can that once one community member said that it's more than just art, it's our history, and we're bringing it back bigger and better. The project is being led with help from the neighborhood groups and art organizations to make sure that this piece of Philly stays alive. So the Philadelphia Stars was a professional black baseball team that played in the Negro Leagues from 1933 to 1952. They were based in Philly. A lot of games were played in Passon Field. I don't know. I ain't never hear of that. Passon Field. Did y'all ever hear of that part of Philly?
Nah, I haven't heard that.
No.
Yeah. I was like Passon Field. I don't know, but that's
How did they spell it?
that I did.
Maybe they calling it something else. What did they?
Passon Field in West Philly.
That sounds.
Yeah.
That don't even sound familiar to me. Passing field.
So if somebody hears this, they'll let us know, especially the older people, because you know how everything has changed. Like, and I'm from Mount Airy, but they called it Uptown, a couple years back. It wasn't called that. Like, we didn't call it that 25 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, even what is that? Northern Liberties. We didn't call it Northern Liberties back in the day, right? Am I the only one? Northern Liberties, that name came like in the late 2000s, I think. Right?
Yeah, that in Brewery Town.
And I was like,
yeah, that part. Now that's different. That Brewery Town nonsense. Yeah.
All right, maybe it's just
and gotta make it seem cute.
Yeah. All right, this next story it's kind of weird because I've never heard this before. So there was a couple who bought a house in about 3 years ago in 2023 in the Beaver County part of Pennsylvania, and they basically thought that they found their dream home until they discovered a large swastika. Swastika. And a German eagle, and it was permanently tiled in the basement floor, hidden under a rug. So when they purchased the house at $550,000, they said that the seller never told them about it, and now they're suing. So they're claiming that they would never have bought the house if they'd known that this existed. The homeowner name is Lynn Ray Wentworth, and she told the CBS affiliate KDKA that she was shocked and mortified when she saw it. The case raised a lot of questions about, what sellers are supposed to disclose. So now they have a case for about $50,000 because those are the damages. Well, it's basically the damages that's going to have to use to replace the basement floor. So. Now, if they took it, go ahead.
No, the couple is who purchased the house?
Couple.
I know. So they black or white? That's all I gotta say.
They are. I believe they're Caucasian. I believe they're white.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And would they happen to be like our Jewish brethren? Because if they're Jewish, they got more than $55,000 that they should be suing for.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And I'm not even an attorney. We got counselor on there, but I'm just saying. $55,000.
I can confirm that they are white.
Okay.
So I can confirm that.
Interesting. Yeah. And so I hope that they get way more than $55,000 just for floor replacement.
Yeah, I think it's because of the floor, but I think the layers you're talking about is more about what happened in the walls, like what took place house that now we're living in it. Is that what is basically what you're saying?
No, you can continue your story. I'm just saying, period. But no, go ahead. You good, start. Go ahead.
I mean, no, I want to know, like, is that because I wouldn't understand, like, the judge would say, what is this based on?
No, so it'd probably be more of a civil situation, but you're talking about emotional. You're talking about something that's if like emotionally irreparable. You can't take that back, especially if it has a history of racist connotation that your family grew up in, that God forbid, I don't want to say his name, was responsible for tons of people being unalive, right? And you happen to be maybe a descendant of that, living in a house that, man, I know, I'm not an attorney, but I'm sure counselor can speak on that. But I'm just saying that I hope that they get more than $55,000.
Yeah.
If they're of our Jewish brethren, that's all I'm saying.
So they could, if they added those kind of things into the claim. It sounds like a service center only filing for the property repairs. So
say that one more time, counselor. You was breaking up.
They could, if they tacked on those kind of claims to the matter that's already before the court, but it sounds like from what Sparkle was saying, it's only for the property reconstruction, and so they may not have a relationship to that history to add on those claims or to sue for some kind of emotional damage.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, they need to be doing that.
And I think it's a little contradicting, because the wife did say that if they knew that was there, they wouldn't have never bought the house. However, they're only suing for the damages to replace the basement floor. So it sounds like what you're saying, Charles, but it sounds like they're only going after the replacement for the tiles. But the other thing is that when they did the walkthrough, there was a rug that was covering it. So that's a little odd. You know what I mean? Like, they found it after they pulled the rug off. Mm-hmm.
Or duty to disclose defects, property defects, or hazards within the home. And so I guess it's questionable as to whether or not it is a property defect or a hazard in the home, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It obviously was fine for the last set of owners, so it may not be fine for this one. But it does look like there was some intent there to hide it by putting a rug over it so they could proceed with the sale. So that's right.
That's right, counselor. That's what I'm talking. So basically, Spark, this is what I would say to them.
The story is baloney. You people must be idiots. What are you doing? Are you people out of your mind? Are you just dull with it?
Yo, I'm telling you, it's no defense for that. Because if it was one piece of carpet rug over that piece, come on, and it sounds like somebody's trying to hide that. That ain't a good look at all. Whether they are our Jewish brethren or not, it's just not okay, because just the connotation. But I mean, she's being okay with, or nice about, just, fix my floor, okay. But these days, 55, that's not even enough to do that. But okay, cool.
Can I say something crazy? I haven't been lately, but I always collect like Asian art, and Asian art, like, you see that symbol, that the symbol that kind of looks like a swastika. So in, I guess Buddhism, that symbol represents like eternity and like infinity, and it's supposed to be prosperity and all good stuff. Yeah. But it's like,
oh wow,
yeah.
100%. No, but that's it. I mean, that particular symbol goes way back. If it's turned, I think in the opposite, it's a completely different connotation, because it derives from something different. But I'm saying that specifically, we probably all know. Of course, we making assumptions here, but allegedly, I'm sure that it was something behind that. But
can you show the image one more time?
Yeah, sure. Hold on.
I see it. Yeah.
Oh, that's clear. You can't get over that.
And they had a rug over it.
Yeah.
And when was the house built?
When?
Yeah.
I don't know when it was built, but I know they bought it in 2023.
Okay.
Yeah,
20.
I should
Oh,
have had a
that's
picture of the house. It's a nice size house too. It didn't
and
say
where
what
is
the
it?
square footage. It's in Beaver, PA.
Beaver.
Beaver County, PA.
Mm.
Nice size house.
Mhm.
Yeah, it had like columns in the front and everything. Nice
Mm.
house. Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
that's
I'm-
Say it
crazy.
again.
I said, and then that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, my
So
concern is if you, as the current owners, are so bothered by it and you want the house to be redone, I would have been of the heart and mind to like move because I would have wanted to know what was happening in this house. What was the history and stuff?
Mm.
that's
Yes.
it. Yeah. What happened in the house?
First
Yeah.
day out there, forget my dream home. I'm not living in the history of this.
Mhm.
No. Was there seances there? What was going
Yeah.
on? Yeah, no. I'm cool.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, the argument could be that that happens in a lot of houses that you don't know, but because this is what they found,
Mm-hmm.
you know something went on. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Well, our next story, I think everybody is going to be getting the relief of this, especially, Pennsylvania and Philadelphians. So, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro unveiled his $53.2 billion budget for 2026 through 2027. He just did this in Harrisburg, and his goal is on affordable housing and low energy costs. I don't know about y'all, but the
Mm.
electric bill is crazy. So now this plan includes about $1 billion, which will expand housing and infrastructure. So hopefully this will have consumers pay less for their electricity. The governor told lawmakers that the rising housing prices and rent have outpaced the wages, and we need to go big on housing and make a real impact, he says. So supporters say that the budget would help renters and homeowners, but it still has to get approved by the state legislators before it becomes law.
Hmm.
Where are they getting this money from? That the money that they say they don't have? Like, Pennsylvania is still, specifically Philadelphia, is still the city who minimum wage is still the same. But y'all, they come up with money when they need to come up with it, especially right before.
Ah, that's funny.
Mhm. Right before before elections and all that stuff. I'm like, y'all be coming up with it. So, but
I'm curious to see
yeah,
if this will actually go through because Philadelphia by itself has been making a bunch of measures to geared towards affordable housing. But even in those measures, we saw that Ben Franklin Parkway just a few years ago, there were many families living in the little tent community they created, people
yeah.
being displaced. But there's been some talk that what they have deemed to be affordable housing is still not affordable. And so I'm wondering what this new push from the governor is going to do and if it's actually going to be affordable because it is true and it's happened for years now that the income here in at least in Philadelphia has been not comparable to what the cost of living is, what it is for food and things like that. So we've been at this for some time now, for a significant time, even for people like me who are employed. My ends don't
Yeah.
justify my means, and so
Yeah.
for people who have less than, I'm still very concerned because what has been, said to help sometimes appears not to help.
I
Yeah.
agree. And if you're doing affordable housing and you're saying, like you said, if the wages aren't adding up, stop looking at the byproduct and look at what the source is. Because back in our day, it was like, oh, you get a fast food job, that's for a kid to start learning. Guess who will have them fast food jobs now? People who are taking care of an entire family, paying rent or mortgage, car notes, like those are not just kid jobs no more. And I'm not talking about the management part of it. I'm talking about literally the front people who are taking your order. And it's not just kids who are doing, being a waiter or nothing. The college or the struggling actress or model or artist, then it's not. These are really people who are literally trying to survive.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that was your good news and your bad news from your girl, Classy Lady Sparkle.
Interesting. Good news and bad news by Classic Lady Sparkle. Before we move on, I want to read something that I was doing a little digging. It says, this is what the court decided on that particular case. The case turned on whether the swastika floor was a material defect that Pennsylvania real estate seller disclosure law requires sellers to disclose. Both the Beaver County trial court and later the Pennsylvania Superior Court ruled that the tiled swastika and German eagle, while offensive, did not qualify as material defect in the way that the statute defines structural and safety problems. Because of the interpretation, the seller was found not legally obligated to disclose the symbols to the buyers before the sale. So pretty much they could have possibly known and felt like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything because I'm not legally obligated to do so. They go further to say that is there more history behind a specific floor? Public record describes the floor only as Nazi iconography tiled into a basement in a Beaver County home. The stories do not identify who originally installed it or when, beyond nothing that it predated the Windsworth 2023 purchase. So there's no other, I guess, information behind it. That would be interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to go anywhere, and it didn't.
Mhm.
And it went on appeal, so the Superior Court confirmed the ruling of the lower court.
Thanks for closing it up. That's that. Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I want to say one more thing about So there's the story that you did about the African American Negro League portrait. And that's actually in for those who are watching, that particular mural is on the corner of, I want to say, Parkside and Belmont. I think it's on a corner of Belmont and Parkside, or it was. I need to go back there and see if it's totally removed or painted over right now. But there was a person by the name of, I forgot his name, but he was one of the last surviving players that just passed away. But his daughter, a Dr. Maylene Duckett Lee, actually had the opportunity. I had the opportunity to speak with her, and we'll be talking to her, I guess, later on during the year. I'm almost positive that she will be at that particular closing when they open up and do that. But what I will show real quick, because I had the opportunity to talk to her, this is something
Did
that
you make yourself freeze? Is it just me?
You've been froze for like 5 minutes.
Oh, nobody said anything.
He goes to AI.
Still going.
Oh, there we go.
See myself.
You're doing the mannequin.
That's funny. I'm doing the
This was
mannequin.
thorough though. Yeah, it was like, you know how you want to be present at a meeting but go somewhere else? You was
Oh,
just like
Right.
talking, but it was like it was you.
Oh, that's funny. But let me pull this up real quick. This is something that she had shared with me. This was created. So Satchel Paige, Oscar. So these were some of the Negro players, and this is her dad right here. My home Duckett. This guy in a wheelchair, that's actually one of the last, well, he just passed away. Not just, it was a few years ago, but he passed away, and he was one that was on the team, Philadelphia Negro League team. So it was good to see this, and it was also good to hear from her, to which I'm in communication with pretty often. So this is, that's the actual picture, the mural Philadelphia Stars, a tribute to the Negro League. Baseball is located on Belmont Avenue, directly across from Memorial Park in West Philadelphia. Right across the street from this lies a statue. Hopefully they didn't take that down. That's still there. But I was actually at the unveiling of this when they put it out. And so this was a We Talk Weekly thing that we actually covered before, or got the footage that I have to try my best to find it. But yeah, one of the things that they said about the Negro League is they didn't play them or didn't want to play them because they was black, right? What do you think the reason they didn't want to play them?
We know.
They were too good.
They were stellar. What they say, chef's kiss.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And so it was good that you brought that up and to share that information, and I'm glad that you did. Yeah.
But that's why they don't want us to be a part of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not one sport that I don't believe that we didn't start, even genres of music. I mean, that's why a lot of stuff is getting or trying to get, erased.
Mm-hmm.
What did Wayne say?
Oh, you know what he said, Richard Allen. Hold on, hey Wayne, I appreciate you joining in. What Richard Allen? What's maybe is that the part? I forgot which. I just seen a comment, so I was able to bring him up. If you're on, Wayne, why don't you let us know what you mean about Richard Allen? But yeah, Richard Allen, that's another one out of Philadelphia that needs to be acknowledged and talked about. Sunny Hill is another one. This is all Black history, Philadelphia Black history, that no one tends to talk about. The gentleman, I forgot the other gentleman who OIC is named after him. Another gentleman out of Philadelphia. It's a lot of people that came out of Philadelphia. Martin Luther King Jr. Used to be in Philadelphia a lot. Oh, there you go. He played for the Phillies and Negro League. Just honored recently. Oh, that's what's up. I need to find out. But that Richard Allen, that's what's up. You know what? I didn't even know that. Interesting. I was wondering. Wow. Yeah, no, that's dope. Appreciate you, my guy. That's my guy right there. But no, good job, Spark. Appreciate that.
No problem. That was your good news and your bad news from Classy Lady Spark.